Hey, I'm back. So, Beautiful Birds and Treetop Treasures. Okay, nice book, nice thick pages. So, last time we were working on this dude. I'm gonna blow it up. One thing I failed to mention last time was that I do come back afterwards. I take the lightest shade for each area and I go back in and blend. And it still could use another coat of blending with this when I'm finished, but I wanted to mention that. All right, if I do like that, you're basically in screen. Let's go over the pencils. I'm going to still be using my Crayola, palm leaf, then jade green, and then olive. Okay, so I've got those pulled. And then I have pulled sky blue and true blue and then just regular blue. Okay, continuing on. I have blush, magenta, and red violet. And these are all Crayola. And you just pause at any point. Back it up a little bit if you don't get all the information you need there. Okay. And then I have lilac, royal purple, and plum. So what I decided, and we discussed this a little bit last time, I'm going to take this and do like a rainbow spread of these colors. So I'm going to start with my green, and what I think I'm going to do is the lighter shades down here and then get darker as I come out. Kind of makes sense to do lighter here and darker as I come in. Wonder how that would look. Or I could do like the greens here and then put all the other colors in the tips. Decisions. You know what? I am going to... See, this is the dilemma. That's why sometimes you hear different colorists saying that they just get a block and they don't know which direction to go. So I'm going to pick one. I am going to do all of these that look like leaves and the greens. So a lot of this page is going to be green. And then I've just talked myself out of it. Okay, let's start. Let's do this tip light. So that's my lightest green. Then my next one. Sometimes you just have to go for it, you know? And then my darkest one. Yep, you just go for it and you're like, whatever happens, happens. I got to get started. Can't sit there and doubt myself forever, especially when video's rolling. Okay, lightest. And I would mirror this same thing on the other side. Okay. All right. How many of you are actually following along and doing this? How many of you have this book and you're actually grabbing some pencils and doing it with me? Leave me a comment down below. Oh, I look at all the comments. I have everything emailed to me, and I come back and look at each and every comment. So, okay, and then my darkest shade. So whether you're doing the same colors or not, let me know. Yeah, let me know if you're following and using the same colors but a different brand, same colors, same brand, or just kind of watching and doing your own thing but you are coloring it, or are you just watching and having a leisure time learning a little bit more about blending. There you go. So lots of options. Okay, I'm going to come on in with this one. I should start at this end. And I'm going to envelope all this into the lighter green. Then I'm going to move to my medium and come on back up into this so that it blends. That's the thing about these pencils. Crayola pencils are good. At least they've been good to me. They're good on this paper. I've thought about doing a watercolor with one of these, and I still might. I am not a watercolorist, so it's not something I've wanted to teach, but I could dabble in it and just play around. So, okay, then there's that one. Then let's do one more on this one to kind of even it some. I kind of think this long spiral, and then I think, no, this middle one. I'm going to go with this one. Go with that one on the bottom. And see, what normally I would do is just all these ends and then do these parts where they tuck down in there. I would do those a little bit darker. But again, I'm choosing just to do this different this time. I kind of wish there was 2 of every page in this book, because I would try it both ways. And I'm not into printing out. I know a lot of people print the pages out of the books and color them, but I'm just not into doing that personally. It's the whole copyright issues, and I'm not going to get into that. But plus, I really like this paper, and for what it would cost for me to print it all out and everything, at the prices I get books, because I do shop around for the good deals, I would just buy another one. Yeah. I need to look up at some point and find out where I got this one and let y'all know. But I know it wasn't that much, or I wouldn't have gotten it. And it wasn't, you know what, is this the one? I have to look. I was wondering if this is the one that I had gotten with donations, but no. That's the other one that I've been coloring in. So, yeah, no, I don't remember where I got this one. No, when people donate, there's a place, if you go across the top, if you're on your phone, slide it over and it says About, click that, and there's a place where you can drop some bucks in there from PayPal or something. And any of that money that gets donated goes to supplies to use for videos, to keep these videos going. So, like I said, the next supplies I'm saving up for is going to be the Arteza big set of pencils. Now I'm going to move to blue, because next to green is blue on the rainbow, on that scale. So that's what I'm kind of working on here. So I'm going to do this one and this one, and I'm going to go from light to dark and back to light again, because that will just allow my colors to blend nicely. I'm going to have to really hang on to this pencil down there. I got a little bitty point on this pencil. I'm not used to it being that tiny, that straight of a point. And I'm having to lean across a 2-foot desk to get to the book. It's the best place I've found to set up for videos, but it's also the hardest place to reach. So So I did light, so I'm going to go ahead and do light down here. And I went up, what you can do is take your pencil, I went up about that far, so I'm going to go about that far. I could have counted each one of those, but I figured it's easier just to do that. But yeah, I'm on my desk that I scrapbook on, so it's got the most surface area, the best lighting, and a really good spot to put my tablet to record. So, whereas it's not ideal for me to reach, it's really good for everything else. And you can see I'm not being real careful with this. But when I come back and start blending with the lightest color, all of these extra little marks and stuff will go away. So I'm just not worried about it. Yeah, a lot of times you'll see me be very careful in my coloring. And I guess it kind of depends on what I'm coloring. Second blue, if you need to go back and look up what those blues were, it's not going anywhere. It's still here on YouTube. Just look it up and see. Coloring these in really solid and then lighter as I blend into the color before it. And this time I am looking, I'm going about 3 of these, so about 3. So I want to go one more, go 4. So I think hubby and I are about ready to take a vacation somewhere. We have been vaccinated and our health is to where we could, so we did. No judgment on anybody, pro or con. Don't even, not a discussion. We've got family members that can't. We've got family members that have chosen not to. And I can see both sides of it, so it is what it is. But anyway, for us, we went ahead, and now I think we're finally ready to break out of here and go do something for some sort of a vacation. It won't be anything huge, I don't think. Just need to kind of get away. Now, see, there's a big break in those colors, but it's going to be okay. So now my third color. Yeah, he writes a blog, and we just finished up his counseling. He counsels for premarital. So we just finished, and we had the couple for dinner last Monday night. Just finished their last session. Lovely couple. We've known her for a long time. Love her to death. She's like a daughter to us. And he's going to be performing the wedding in a couple weeks. And then after that, we are free to go do whatever we want. No more obligations around the corner. So we're thinking we may just take off and go somewhere for a little bit. Won't stay gone for very long. We would miss our children and our granddaughter too much. All right, so see, when you take that lighter of the colors and go back in there, you can blend out a lot of those lines. Just have to take your time and get in there and do it. And I'm not doing this on every one of these. I just want to show you how it will blend out. Just keep going at it. It'll get there. Okay, so there's that. Then let's look. I'm going to do this one. So I would do this one in the blue, and then I would do this in that blue, and probably all of these. I'm not going to sit here and do all of them. because I don't think I've got the time to keep all of you for that long, but I will do some of these. And here I'm just coloring all this, not even thinking about what I'm going to do. I'm going to go light here and darker as I go down. How's that? Because that's what I did with this one. So you can see I would just go ahead and do all that. And then here, I would do the light here. And then would I get light again? Because I did over here. I think what I might do on this one actually is thinking about doing darker right along this line. But then does that interfere with what I did on that one? See, these are the problems I have. I really do overthink stuff sometimes. Especially when it comes to this book, because I do love the pictures in this book. It's just a really fun book. So I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to go light here, but not very much. Okay. Then I'm going to go darker here. I have noticed in the last couple of days my fingers going numb when I color. And I know it's a carpal tunnel thing. I just don't like to think of that. So I'm going to have to probably slow down a little bit on my coloring. I'm used to it happening when I do a lot of knitting or crocheting or a lot of my diamond dots, but I'm not used to it happening when I color. So that's kind of a little disappointing. Okay, and then the dark one. I don't always plan everything out before a video because I do want you to see that sometimes that struggle is very real on what I'm going to be doing. Now on this one again, the dark is going to be down here. The medium will be through here. And then I'll put some light on the very end. Okay, that's just to show you because I'm not going to sit and do all that right now. I just don't want to use the time up because we're already at 18 minutes. So I will use those pencils later and finish that. And then I'll show this to you sometime in a future video. So next is the pinks, and I read those off to you earlier. So I'm going to go through here. This would all be light, the first shade. Okay, and I would go through all that. Okay, then my second shade, I would put just a little bit here. And then I would come down into here. And again, leaning across this table is probably not the best. I'm going to have to re-examine how I do videos, I think. Just see if there's not some better way that I can do a setup to where I'm not reaching so far, because I'm sure that's probably not the best for me. It's really hard to, for me anyway, to control a pencil as much when I'm this far away. All right, no more apologies. It is what it is. So now I'm going to my third shade, coming up through here. And then I would come back with that first color and blend it all. Okay, now for this side, because I only have one more color after this, and it's the purples. So I'm going to do quite a bit of pink in here. I'm going to start at the top and get darker as I come down in. And what I would do is I would start here. And again, like I said in the first video with this picture, you could just as easily come in here and use greens on anything that looks like a leaf. Use florals. You could do those in bright colors. You could do whatever you wanted. Totally up to you. And just like when I was doing the body, I have to decide how far out I'm going to go with these colors. Does that make sense? So I could go like right through here, do all this in the pinks and then this in the purples. I could do all of this in purples. It's really half dozen or another as to what I do. I think I'm going to go to here with the pink and then let the rest of that be purple. And again, this video just serves to show you how you can look at dividing up parts of a page. Okay? It is not my best coloring, but hopefully there's a lesson in here for you to learn on picking colors and dividing a page, or when you have something like this that's really intricate and you don't want to go through and do each little thing a different color, how you can still change that up. Okay, going to second color in this color trio. And now after doing that, I'm thinking part of this needs to be the lightest shade too. So I'm going to go this way. Do y'all get tired of hearing me just talking on and on about it? I feel like sometimes I just get stuck talking. You know, one of my emails used to be Gift of Gab Save. My husband gave it to me early on because I do talk a lot. And then I was saving everything. And I actually got rid of that email this year because I no longer save everything. And I'm kind of, okay, back to the first color, kind of learning when to and not to on the talking. But I feel like it's just dead space and airtime if I don't talk to you while we color. The shame of it is that you don't get to answer back. So please feel free to comment. And yeah, a lot of times it won't let you comment unless you sign in. So I have a book, back to my second color, of just passwords for my phone for all the different sites and stuff. If you sign in to YouTube, just go ahead and get you, it's free. And if you go ahead and do that, then you'll be able to comment and converse with me and other people on YouTube all the time. So, yeah, I'm on that third color now. Okay, so just coming around there. So that would be that. And then next I would go to the purples. And so then I would start up here and do these and get deeper as I go down in. And then I would also do the same thing over here, using that lilac first and then getting deeper as I go down into that base. And again, I'm not going to color all of this. I'm just going to do some of it so that you can see. And then I'll show it to you completed the next time that we come together and are doing a video. Okay, I will get all that finished up. And again, it's just picking and choosing where you want to make that break from light to dark or from your light, medium, and dark. So you decide on that. Look at your picture that you're doing, whatever you're coloring, and decide if you want to do a light next, or if it's a good transition area to go darker, or if you just need to keep going. And again, the same thing on blending, to know if you want to do like the flower as a whole and do it lighter on the outside, then medium, and then dark in the middle, or if you want to do it going striped down like what I'm doing here today. And then you just go from there. Okay? So, and you're seeing here what I'm doing. So all of this up here would be the light. And then I would move to the second color and come and start blending into that light. Okay? So we are almost at a stopping point for this video. And then, like I said, I'll come back next time and show you what I've done on it. Hopefully I get it finished before the next couple days. Okay. And then this would blend up into that area there. And then this would come down. And just look at your page to see, you know, what's connected and what's not. And if you end up doing something that's not, like I did on the bee that time, then just put your line in there on your own. That's no big deal. Make it work. You can do it. So, and then my darker color would come on down here. And again, once all these are done and blended well, it's going to look a whole lot better. I hope. Because right now, from where I'm sitting, it looks like a hot mess. But a lot of times our pages do. They look worse before they look better. Okay, so I will do all of this in the light, and this, and part of this. Okay, so just showing you, because I'm not going to sit here and do the whole thing. I feel like a long video is not as fun to sit through, so I hate to put you through that. Okay, I changed colors, remember? You just saw me change pencils out. And then this one comes all the way down, probably to about here. And again, if you're more careful with your coloring than what I am, you won't have as much to erase as I am. And yes, I changed colors again. Blending in. But this is going to be a very, very colorful bee. It's not the translucent that I had thought I would do, but it's going to be very bright. Let's face it, it's imaginative anyway, right? So there's that. Okay, so that kind of lets you know where we're going on this now. There we go. So again, you pick. I do like the way the body turned out, so hopefully I'll like these wings by the time they're finished. But anyway, that's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in a few days. Bye.